Hey guys, Hector Castillo, Poppy from girlschase.com. Today I want to talk to you about what happens when girls keep you a secret from their friends, from their family, and it's because you usually are having a reputation problem because of how you are as a person in relation to how she sees herself in the world or how she wants to be perceived in the world, so her reputation. There's micro reputation and there's macro reputation. Now I go through these subtleties in my college book actually, which is about social circle and reputation and gossip. So that would be something really good for you to pick up if you want to understand how to navigate social circles. And part of this will inform you on how to have a good outlook on reputation so that you can build one, and also because of the girls you're dealing with have their own reputation desires, you're going to have a much more enlightened view of relationships when you understand why women do what they do in regards to their reputation, especially when it concerns you. So if you're having an issue where a girl is hiding you, now some of you might have a problem with this. Let me just get out of the way. It's actually a really good thing because you get so many perks, or it's more that you just avoid a lot of bullshit. When you are what we call a secret lover. So what I mean by a girl's hiding you is you haven't met her friends. She hasn't really been looking to meet your friends or your family or vice versa. You tend to see her only in the wee hours of the night. You don't go out in public with her. These behaviors, that's her kind of hiding you. This is awesome because you don't have the pressure anymore of being like, oh, what are you guys? Are you guys together? With the pressure from friends. And there's reasons why women do that. They have a strategy behind pressuring people to get into relationships, especially the more beautiful women in their social circles, because it actually takes them kind of out of the competition pool. It's interesting. But she's not trying to integrate you into her public image just yet. Or even like famous, Instagram models who don't post their boyfriends. They talk about a boyfriend, or, you hear on some gossip shit that they have a boyfriend, but you never see him on the page. But then you see her on his page, which is actually really funny. It's very interesting. It tells a lot about how, the value exchange is working and who's more valuable. Obviously, it's the girl in this situation. But a girl isn't advertising you to the world as her boyfriend, or at least someone she's dating. And so that makes you a secret lover. Now, this could be really great, and it should be great in most situations, unless you do want to be her boyfriend. What it can mean, though, is you have a bad reputation. Now I put that in quotation marks because it is a bit relative. She has a boyfriend and or husband, or you have competition. So she doesn't quite have a boyfriend or husband yet. But you have competition. There's someone else that she's thinking of dating, and maybe he's more of the kind of guy that she wants to bring around her friends or her family, to holidays, because you have a bad reputation. Now, it doesn't mean you're a piece of shit. You could be. But it means that, you have a lot of tattoos, and she has a conservative family, conservative friends. She's kind of the good girl, right? But she ended up hooking up with this guy who's kind of, he at least looks like a rebel, and he doesn't quite fit into her niche. Her reputational niche. And so she doesn't want to be shamed for that situation where you are definitely going to pull her out of the thing that she wants to be valued in. You could have a bad reputation in the sense that your relationship with her, if you're doing it right, if you're a secret lover, is mostly sexual, right? She calls you when she's horny. She enjoys having a very purely sexual relationship with you. What this can do is it can kind of damage, again, her good girl, or give her kind of more of a slut reputation, because the guy who has all these things, people have the common view that he only sleeps with sluts, even though that's not true. That's how girls see fuckboys. Like, if you fuck a fuckboy, you're a slut. And so depending on whether it's you just don't fit into her circle, you're just a bad guy in general because you're a rebel, you're a fuckboy, you're an asshole, people actually do know who you are. This happened to me a lot when I was in college. Once I had the fuckboy player reputation, girls would kind of see me in secret. We weren't going to be serious or anything, but we would keep our liaisons very non-public. Even if I'd see them in public, like, they'd act a certain way versus how they act in public or in private. So this is why you're going to be kind of hidden. It's not a bad thing though. Being a secret lover is great because then again, you don't have any of the pressure from friends. And the reason why you might be relegated to this position, which can be disappointing if you want to be her boyfriend, is because she has a boyfriend already, she has a husband, or you have someone else who she's also dating and she's not sure who to, because once she kind of puts you out there, if you disappear because of whatever reason, that looks really bad on her. It makes it look like she couldn't hold the man down. Or he failed the test and she had to kick him out, and then it made her look like she brought this loser around and everyone disapproved of him and she let him go. Makes her look like she's not very good at picking men. So if you find yourself dating women and feeling like you're kind of a secret, I'd say embrace it. If you do want to end up being serious with her, I would still suggest you enjoy being a secret lover, because eventually, if you're fucking a girl really, really well and you're treating her well and she likes how your relationship is with her, she's going to actually accept you despite her reputational concerns. And she might keep you a little bit low key, which is totally okay. But she's definitely going to value you above someone who, it's nice to look on Instagram and to see these couples where they just seem really perfect. And of course we know they're not, everyone knows that. But they still seem to be pretty dope. They're making a lot of money. They come from good families. They're both gorgeous, you know, they're successful, they're popular, whatever. But you have to know that their courtship could have been very romantic and very sexual, but probably a lot of it was very political, at least within like their own family dynamics or their own reputations, or actually political if they're very, very high value. But they courted in a way where they were snuffing each other out as boyfriend and girlfriend candidates from the very beginning. And what this kind of does is it's too civilized, and it takes away from the primal lust that is at the center of every true sexual romantic relationship. And so here at Girls Chase, we suggest that you go for the lover role. And that creates a honest relationship with the girl because it's very sexual. And then that'll blossom much more healthy into a mature romantic relationship. Whereas a relationship that starts off political, it's really great and it makes for good stories and for good reputation, and it makes for a lot of views on YouTube as a power couple. But it doesn't actually translate to satisfaction with your relationships. So if you're a guy who wants to be her boyfriend, you want to be on her Instagram, and look at the reasons why you would want to be public with her. Because the reason why I'm making this video is because I've had these concerns. I'm like, oh, well, I wish I was on her Instagram. And then I realized why I wanted that publicity. And I was really honest with myself. And I found out that there was mixed motivations, but most of it was because I just wanted to be seen with the hot girl, that she chose me as her boyfriend. And then also I looked deep down at myself and I realized I was doing that so that other girls would like me. So it was kind of like I was using her as a my own advertisement, which is kind of shitty, but everyone does it. The guys who post their girl on Instagram, they're looking for validation from other men, and they're looking for validation from other women, like, oh wow, you got a hot girl, now I want to suck your dick, right? And women also use men on their Instagram, like, look, I got this hot, popular, rich, smart, cool guy, and that makes me look good. And that means I can lock down a really high value man. And then that again also pushes up her sexual value. So you have a lot of interesting motivations behind why you want to be public with someone and be in like a serious, Facebook/Instagram official relationship where everyone knows you're together. That's fun, it's nice, but look at your motivations for that and don't be afraid of being the secret lover, because it's the way to the more honest, true, pure sexual romantic relationship that happens between men and women. And that's what we're trying to teach you to get if you do want a relationship. If you just want to be a fuckboy, then you don't give a shit about any of this video and you're gonna click off now. But if you're looking for a relationship, be okay with this and then evolve into a true relationship. Cool. Hector Castillo Poppy from girlschase.com. Hope you enjoyed the video. Follow these arrows to this. There's a link in the description to my Instagram. Follow me, keep up with all the shit that I do. I release unique content on there that you can't find here, and you'll enjoy it. Like, subscribe, ring the bell. Check out my King of College book, like I talked about earlier. It's also in the description if you want to understand reputation and building one and using it to get friends and get girls. And go fuck yourself. Ciao.